Hello everybody, we're going to try this again. I've tried to record it a couple times and it wouldn't take, so hopefully third time's a charm. Alright, we are looking at 3-2, slope and similar triangles. We're going to talk about Joe and Kelly. Joe is going to find the slope of a graph, choosing the points 0, 0, and 2, 4. So 0, 0 right here, 2, 4, we're going to go to the right 2, and we'll go up 4. That's going to put our triangle right here. Let's go ahead and create the triangle, draw the triangle from it. Okay. Number 2 says, using Joe's triangle, what's the slope of the graph? Well, always make sure you're looking at the y-axis as well as the x-axis to see what we're counting by. So we're counting by 1, so we're going to rise 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do a run of 1, 2. Okay, so that slope is 4 over 2, and we need to simplify that if possible. So in your calculator that you can use on this lesson, you'll see an ABC key all the way to the left, second from the bottom. You can type in 4 ABC 2, hit the equal sign, and it will simplify it to 2. Now I know that you can do that in your head, but I also want you to know how to use the keys on the calculator, since you can use a calculator on this standard. Okay, using Kelly's triangle, what is the slope of the graph? So Kelly's using points 2, 4 and 5, 10. I'm going to change colors. Okay, so 2, 4 is the same one that Joe used, but 5, 10 is way up here. It is not the same one that Joe used. So let's create our triangle. And let's see how up and over we went. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. So our rise is 6 and our run is 3. Put that in your calculator or in your brain, and you'll find out that the slope again is 2. So even though those triangles are obviously not the same size, they are proportional to each other. So how are Joe and Kelly's triangles related? They are similar. I'm going to get a different color to write all this stuff in. Okay, they are similar because the sides are proportional. And they simplify to the same slope. Okay, if you need to pause that to finish writing that down, feel free. And then meet me over at number 6. It says, explain why we can use any 2 points on the line to find the slope of the line. It's because the slope of a line is constant. So it doesn't matter the 2 points. The ratio of rise over run will be the same. Okay, again, if you need to pause that, go ahead and meet me at number 7. Alright, so number 7 says, based on what you know, which of the following triangles would also line on the graph, on the line graphed above? Okay, well, the line graphed above has a slope of 2. Okay, that line up there has a slope of 2. Okay, so basically what we're trying to figure out is which one out of triangle A, B, and C also has a slope of 2. Well, you would want to set up your rise over your run. Okay, so triangle A is 26 over 14. Triangle B is 36 over 18. Triangle C is 30 over 12. Okay, so in your calculator, if you simplify those and you put in 26, ABC 14, you get 1 6/7 or 15 over 7. 13 over 7. It's a long night. Okay. On B, 36, ABC 18 gives you 2. And then the last one, 30, ABC 12, gives you 5 over 2. Yeah, okay, so the one that is going to give us, that is definitely not 5 over 2. It's going to be 2.5. Yeah, 5 over 2. Sorry. Like I said, very long night. So a slope that is going to be the same ratio as the two above would be B. Okay. Let's take a look at number 8. Draw two different size triangles that could be used to find the shape on the graph below. All right, so what I like about this question is it kind of goes over what we were learning in class in 3-1. So we've got to be able to pick out points on the line. So if I'm looking for those intersections, I see one here, I see one here, there's another here, there's another here. Okay, so I need two different triangles of two different sizes. So here's a triangle, and I'm not going to pick this triangle right here because that's the same size. I want a bigger triangle, so I'm going to go from that 3, 4 point, but I'm going to go all the way over to 9, 12. So 3, 4 over to 9, 12. All right, so let's check our rise, and remember what I said before, always check what we're counting by on the y-axis and what we're counting by on the x-axis. So over here on the y-axis, we are not counting by 1s, we're counting by 2s. So our rise is 2, 4. Okay, our run, we are counting by 1, so that's 1, 2, 3. All right, so our slope on the first one is 4, 3. Okay, our slope on the bigger triangle, I'm just going to label this one. I'm going to label this one too. So the slope on the bigger triangle, 2, 4, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so triangle 1 is 4 over 3. Triangle 2 is 8 over 6, which also simplifies to 4 over 3. Okay, what's the relationship between the triangles? They are similar triangles because the slopes of both triangles simplify to 4/3. Okay. All right, my favorite question on this lesson is number 9. Which of the following triangles would also lie on the line graph below? The reason why it's my favorite one is it incorporates what we did in lesson 3-1. You have to pick some points and come up with a slope. Okay. So again, if you're still struggling with picking points, you're not sure where we're getting these points from, please talk to either Mrs. Bird or myself so we can help you. It's a very easy fix. You're looking for those intersections. So here's a point, here's another point on an intersection, there's another intersection, and there's another one. Okay, so I want to find the slope. I'm going to pick any 2 points to make my triangle. So I'm going to pick here and here. This is a -2 because, again, my y-axis is counting by 2's. Okay, and this is 1, 2, 3. So my slope of this line is a -2/3. All these over here, all these triangles over here, notice that they are starting high, ending low, so they're all negatives as well. So the rise would be -30/55, -28/45, -26/39. All right, let's calculate our slope on these, or simplify our slope on these. 30 ABC 55 gives me a -6/11. Okay, -28/45 does not simplify because it already is. And then the last one, we have -26/39, and that one's going to simplify to a -2/3. Okay, so which of the triangles would also lie on the line? It would be C. The reason is the ratio of the rise over run is the same as the graph. Again, if I'm going too fast, just hit pause so you can write all that down. Okay. Number 10, it says circle the triangle that would not lie on the same line as the others. So we're looking for 2 of them that will be the same. The third one's not going to lie on the line. So these are all positive slopes. Again, I know that because we're starting low, ending up high. So rise over run would be 28/7. The second one would be 68/17. And the last one would be 77/19. All right, let's use our calculator to simplify those. 28/7 simplifies to 4. So we have a slope of 4. 68/17 simplifies to 4. And then the last one, 77/19, is, 4 1/19. Okay, so obviously the one that does not lie on the line as the others would be this last triangle here. Now number 11, you have the slope of a line that is 1/5. Okay, label the 2 right triangles with the dimensions that would allow the triangles to lie on the same line. So you're trying to look for other numbers that simplify to 1/5. The easiest way to do that is to take your 1/5, and here's what I do. I think, okay, what's my favorite number? I'm going to go with 3. So I'm going to multiply the numerator by 3 and the denominator by 3. So I'm going to make the rise 3 times bigger, the denominator also 3 times bigger. So that's going to be 3/15. So the rise is 3, the run is 15. Okay, so it would have an equivalent slope to 1/5. The last one that we have over here, say your favorite number is 10. So we'll take 1/5, we'll multiply the top by 10, we'll multiply the bottom by 10, make each of them 10 times larger. Proportional enlargement, that's what you're doing there. 1 times 10 is 10, 5 times 10 is 50, so your rise is 10 and your run is 50. Okay. Easy peasy. Go over to the homework with me real quick. And I want you to look at number 3. There's a big hole punch right where you're supposed to figure out what that slope is. Okay, so that slope is actually 2/5. And that's kind of like the problem we just finished doing, the 1/5 problem. So if you need a little help on that, go back. A little direction on number 5. It says identify which line from the graph from the graph the following right triangles could lie on. So what you want to do is you want to find the slope for line A by picking any 2 points. Okay, draw your right triangle, and I can tell that this slope is 1, 2, 3/1. So that slope is 3/1. I would do that for line B and line C. Find the slopes for each of those. Okay, and then what I would do is I would do your rise over run on these little guys over here. So number 5 would be 90 over 120. I'd simplify that, and it should match up with the slope for line A, line B, or line C. And that's it, guys. Hope that helps.